Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today. Netflix wants to get further into sports and become a new home for sports. We'll tell you why and what they're looking to add. The NBA teams have been switching over to some free over-the-air. One team is saying they've lost over 50% of their revenue in doing so. We'll tell you which one and why RSNs are still so powerful. Also, cord cutting is growing. 56 million American households now say they don't pay for traditional cable TV and cut the cord for streaming. These stories and a whole lot more coming up in a quick second. First though, if you want to learn more about any of these stories, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story there so you can read them for yourself. If you're new here, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow and hopefully helping you break free from the high cost of TV, but still watch the shows you enjoy. With that said, let's dive into it. Netflix is looking to expand its sports lineup. This comes as a growing number of streaming services, including Netflix, are using sports as a way to grow subscribers and keep subscribers locked in. Netflix had great success for it with its Christmas Day NFL games, and now it's reportedly in talks with Formula One and NBC to set a renewal deal to stream F1 racing. Now, this is not the only sports. Netflix has slowly been building up a catalog of sports, including a deal to get, for the next couple of years, at least one NFL game on Christmas Day. Be interested to see how this plays out. The deal would be bringing F1 racing content to NBC and Netflix. Apparently, during the Super Bowl week in New Orleans, according to a report from Puck News, the sides met together to discuss a potential partnership. You see this on many streaming services. Peacock has been getting a lot of sports. Warner Bros. Discovery has been putting sports on Max. And even things like Amazon has been leaning heavily in. Thursday Night Football, wildcard games, Black Friday game, and other sports deals are coming over to Amazon. Sports is one of the few things people still watch live. It's the most watched programs. You look at the top 100, the vast majority of them are sports, mostly NFL, of 2024. And that's because people love sports. On-demand content like Netflix does well. People like that. But sports keeps them locked in because, hey, there's a race this month, but there's also a race next month. It's hard to binge watch every NFL football game or every race in one weekend. These things go over months, which keep people subscribed for months to come. That's why Netflix wants to expand and become a new home for sports. According to reports, they are heavily invested to expand their sports content. And I won't be surprised to find out the F1 deal, if it does happen, it's just the first of many new sports contracts coming to Netflix. We'll keep a close eye on this, but get ready for sports to find a new home on Netflix. Speaking of sports, a lot of people have been wanting professional teams, NHL, MLB, and NBA, to leave their RSNs and switch to like free over-the-air. One of the teams that have done it is the Utah Jazz. And according to reports, their partnership with KJZZ TV and their streaming service has resulted in them losing nearly 50% of its revenue after ditching its traditional RSN model. For all the complaints about the RSNs, a lot of these contracts are old, which means that they were written at a time where revenue was higher, and so these deals were struck with higher expectations of subscribers. That means they're very lucrative, and that's why sports leagues and teams have been talking about leaving things like, now no longer called Bally Sports, but FanDuel Sports, NBC Sports, and others, but they really haven't made the big change yet until their contracts are completely up, because it's very lucrative for the teams to try to stay with them. This is a great example. Yeah, so they left, they launched over the air for free, launched a subscription streaming service if you want to stream it, and 50% of the revenue vanished. Ad revenue is just not there to offset the high subscriber revenue they're getting right now from cable TV. That's why many teams are still even working with FanDuel, even with all the questions about their future, even after the bankruptcy. And through the bankruptcy, teams were willing to try to work out a deal with them to keep their content on those networks because they see it as a way forward. They see it as a way to lock in a subscriber deal or lock in all these subscribers and pay them, even if they're not watching it. So keep that in mind. If you ever wonder why these teams aren't willing to bail on their RSNs, money speaks. These deals are very lucrative, and until those deals run out, they want to milk them for all they can. All right, next up, we all know cord cutting is growing, continue to develop, but how big is it? Well, a new report from Parks Associates says that reveals that 46% of all U.S. internet households, a staggering 56 million Americans, have cut the cord to traditional pay TV. That means 46% of people, 56 million households, no longer pay for traditional cable TV. I think that's a little bit of a sleeping number, because think about all the new homes. You know, a few things, right? All these people growing up, moving out, buying a new home, doing all this stuff. And they're creating a new household that's not really tracked, that never had cable TV. So they're cord cutters, cord nevers, whatever you want to call them. I think, according to our numbers, it would not surprise me to find out that over half of all Americans no longer pay for cable TV at all. But 46% of them have canceled at some point in it. How long have you been a cord cutter? Question of the day. For me, it's like 12, 13 years now. Hard to believe it's been that long. Cord Cutters News is coming up on our 11th anniversary. Leave me a comment, let me know. How long have you been a cord cutter? I'd love to hear from you. All right, next up, T-Mobile. If you're watching this on the day I launched it, on February 18th, they are starting their free MLB.TV offer. This is great. If you're a T-Mobile customer, you qualify and plan, you get free Major League Baseball's MLB.TV. Now, if you guys sign up in a very limited period, do not wait. If you're a T-Mobile customer, go subscribe. February 18th is the first day to get it. Excuse me, MLS. I said MLB. MLS, Major League Soccer. I'm sorry, dyslexic moment, late in the day. MLS, very narrow window to get this. Go check it out. Link in the show notes with that if you want to get free Major League Soccer in 2025. All right, Paramount's desperately trying to complete a merger with Skydance. They see this as a way to keep the company going, and they've faced a lot of hurdles, but they've received recently some clearance, some regulatory approval from both the European Union and the Securities and Exchange Commission have both approved a Paramount and Skydance Media merger. Now, with this deal, the two sides will merge, and Skydance Media's leadership team will take over and Paramount with this deal. Now, there's been quite a few objections, but Paramount has confirmed in a filing that they have received permission from the Securities Exchange Commission of it. A big step forward, but not the only. They still have they get clearance from multiple other government agencies who have, for several months now, been carefully analyzing this and critiquing the proposed offer. I still firmly believe that this deal will happen. Definitely seems to be some objections with it that we'll see how that all works out. All right, let's keep moving along. If you're looking to upgrade your old Roku, we got a deal here. If you're looking to upgrade your old Roku, Roku's Pro Remote 2. Now, I've reviewed this a few times. Brings a lot of new features. Backlight on the remote, improved hands-free Roku voice commands, and programmable buttons where programmable button where you can program it to do whatever you want. If you have a favorite app you want to be able to always quickly launch, you can do it. Right now it's on sale for $29.88. The link in the show notes is a great way to upgrade older Rokus with a more powerful remote that can do more features. Well, everybody, that's it for today. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for your support. To the thousands of new subscribers, welcome. We really appreciate it. We're glad you found us. It's good to be back in the studio. It's good to be back in the office. While getting down in warm weather in the middle of winter is always nice, it is good to be back. Hey, a few things. If you're a new cord cutter and you have questions, or you're an old cord cutter and you want to help new people, you may want to check out our Facebook group. We have a group dedicated to helping with cord cutting tech support called Cord Cutting Tech Support. Link in the show description. It's got over 100,000 people asking and answering questions all about cord cutting. Check it out. It's a great Facebook group if you want to get involved there. You can also find us on X and Facebook page. And heck, if you want, you can sign up for our free daily newsletter. Not only do you get these stories directly in your email box every morning, you get a lot of other stories also we don't talk about here. So you can sign up for that. You can find it in the show notes and, down below. It's a free daily newsletter we send out every day, 365 days a year. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care. Be safe. I'll be back again real soon with another video.